Welcome to our channel, where we update the most shocking, thrilling and unforgettable details from the movie Beyond the Gates. Don't forget to follow and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the dramatic moments that await you. And right now, let's explore with us a shocking development that is shaking every relationship in this movie. When Dani falls into the worst emotional tragedy of her life, discovering a shocking secret that no one expected. Dani thought her life was at peace after so many storms. She put all her trust, love, and heart into Andre, the man she always thought would be with her for the rest of her life. The days with Andre were filled with love, warm hugs, and promises that seemed like they would never be betrayed. But it was all just an illusion when the harsh truth hit her straight on, without warning, without any mercy, causing everything she had believed in to collapse like a sandcastle before a fierce wave. It all started when Dani accidentally discovered an ultrasound paper that someone had left on the table in the living room. At first, she only briefly thought it was someone else's paper. But when her eyes stopped at the name Nicole clearly printed on the corner of the paper, a cold electric current ran down her spine. Her heart was pounding. Her hands were shaking uncontrollably when looking at the blurry black and white image on the ultrasound paper. Without anyone telling her, she was smart enough to understand that what was on the paper was the image of a fetus. And the cruelest truth of all was that the person carrying the child was Nicole. A woman who seemed familiar but had stabbed her in the back with a fatal blow. Dani didn't want to believe it, but reason wouldn't allow her to deny it. She began to piece together all the suspicious signs that she had ignored in the past. Andre's late arrivals, the ambiguous messages, the hasty phone calls, and especially the evasive attitude whenever she mentioned Nicole. All those dark pieces now connected perfectly, creating a picture of naked betrayal that left Dani speechless. In her head, all the sounds seemed to be muffled, only the strong pounding of her broken heart echoed. Her every step now became heavy, the surrounding atmosphere was thick as if it was oppressing her mind. She clenched the test paper tightly, her fingers turning white from the tension. The pain, anger, hurt, and humiliation came like waves, washing away all the faith she had in love, in Andre, in the future they had dreamed of. Dani didn't need anyone to confirm, didn't need Andre to confess, because the evidence was right in her hands. Nicole was pregnant with Andre's child. The truth was like a punch straight to her pride, to her heart that was already exhausted of endurance. Nothing could be more painful than being betrayed by the person you love the most. And it was even worse when that third person was Nicole, the person Dani once considered a friend, the person who had overcome many difficulties with her. Humiliation, anger, disappointment and resentment rose to the peak, burning all the beautiful memories between her and Andre. Dani felt like the whole world was turning its back on her, as if she was completely isolated in a suffocating space full of lies. Over the years, she had given her most sincere love, nurtured a relationship that she believed was sustainable. But Andre trampled on everything just because of his weakness, selfishness, and sinful moments with Nicole. Dani knew that she could not continue this fake life for another minute. She could not live next to a two-faced man, could not breathe the same suffocating atmosphere full of lies. The decision to break up with Andre was the only thing Dani could think of at the moment. A painful but necessary decision for her to save her self-esteem, to free herself from the quagmire of lies. Not letting her weak emotions hold her back, Dani quickly packed her belongings. Each shirt, each keepsake, resolutely. Each item she put in her suitcase was a reminder to herself to be strong, to be more resolute than ever. The apartment that used to be her and Andre's home was now just a lifeless wall stained with betrayal. The souvenir photos, the love mementos now only made her more resentful, more contemptuous of her own stupidity for trusting Andre too much. Every second that passed, Dani clearly felt the pain creeping through her body, but at the same time, an inner strength rose up urging her to move on, to escape this place. She knew that if she stayed, she would only be a shadow of herself, a victim of pity, a pitiful person in the eyes of the world. But Dani would not allow herself to fall like that. She would leave, would start over, even though she knew the road ahead was full of thorns, but at least she could hold her head high, proud of having dared to end a rotten relationship. When everything was ready, Dani walked out of the apartment, closing the door behind her, at the same time closing a painful chapter in her life. She did not look back, did not allow herself to regret. Every step she took was a time for her heart to revive, a time for her to affirm to herself that she deserved better things. Deserved a sincere love, deserved complete respect. Dani knew that, from this moment, Andre would have to face the consequences of his betrayal. He would have to live with regret. Had to see Dani move on strongly without him by her side. And Nicole, who had destroyed the happiness of others, would also have to bear the contempt and alienation from those around her when the truth was revealed. Dani did not need to take revenge, because she understood that sometimes leaving coldly and decisively was the most painful punishment for the traitor. The story does not end there, because the consequences of betrayal will haunt those who caused it for the rest of their lives. Dani has chosen her own path, lonely but full of courage. She knows that one day this wound will heal. One day she will find someone worthy of the sincere heart she once gave to the wrong person. If you want to continue to accompany the more dramatic and thrilling developments of the movie Beyond the Gates, don't forget to follow and subscribe to our channel to quickly update the shocks, tragedies and unpredictable twists that await ahead. Thank you for watching.